little more complicated. So I need you, would you please stay with me? Okay? Don't work ahead when it comes to writing your number sentence. Just wait for me. Okay, so on this one, I'm going to show 3/4. And I'm going to start getting really picky. If you don't write it correctly, I'm going to count it wrong. I'm sorry. What was our word in reading groups? That I can't remember. Screech? No? Something like that. We were talking about that noise that really bothers us. Okay, I have 6 here. I'm going to double check it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to shade 5 of them. I'm seeing most of the mistakes when we have these very large numerators and then when we combine. That's when I'm seeing the mistakes. So I'm going to cut the 6 into fourths, first of all. And Ava, what is 6 times 4? 24. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and write that now. And then I'm going to cut the fourths into 6. So on this one, I have 3 groups of 6. What is that? 18. Are you listening? 3 groups of 6.
Yeah, 6 times 2.
Okay. And on this one, I have 5 groups of 4. 20. So I know right away this is going to be a pretty large number. 18 24ths plus 20 24ths equals 38 24ths. Now on this one, I want you to use a different strategy to figure out your mixed number. Go ahead and think of this line right here as a division sign, okay? And on your paper, I want you to write it like this. 38 divided by 24. I have a reason. There's always a reason for what I'm telling you, okay? The reason I want you to write it as a division problem is so you don't have to subtract in your head.
We have to simplify.
That's right. Okay, so one thing at a time. How many times does 24 go into 48? Or 38? Once. And now I'm going to subtract. It's easier for me to subtract on paper when numbers are larger, okay? So if I follow that strategy of putting my remainder on top of the divisor, I get 1 and 14 24ths. But Isaac is saying we've got to simplify the fraction there. Go ahead and write it once, and then we're going to simplify it. Now, here's the first thing I want you to check. When you simplify 14 24ths, rewrite it for me, please. Does 14 divide evenly into 24? No. Do they share a factor then?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What factor do they share? 2. They're both even. So 14 divided by 2 is, and 24 divided by 2 is,
12.
so it's 1 and 7/12. Now some of you could do that part, this simplifying part in your head, but remember I'm teaching you a strategy. You can use this strategy when you need it. And if you don't need it, you don't have to use it. All right, thank you for paying attention. Now, why did I choose the division way of doing the mixed number as opposed to doing 24 over 24 plus?
You have to find a hole.
I have to find a whole, but it's so far apart, I wanted to make sure I was subtracting correctly. Okay, here we go. 2/3 plus 3/7. The 7ths really gave us trouble, and so did the 6th. I know I've told you that already, but I'm trying to keep it from happening again. So 2/3. And 3/7. And I'm going to start by dividing my 7ths into thirds. And then divide my thirds into 7ths. What's the new denominator, Tab?
New denominator is 21.
Okay. How'd you figure that out?
3 times 7 is 21.
Okay, so you multiplied your denominators. So I've got 14 21s plus 9 21s. Rewrite that, please. And I think that gives me 23 21s. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and find a hole. One hole would be how many 21s? 21. How many are left over? So my answer is 1 and 2 21s. And I can circle that so the teacher can find it easier on the paper with all those fractions. Okay, fist to 5. Doing okay?
I did it.
All right, we're going to keep going, and then you'll have time to do your exit ticket and start lesson 4 on Zern. You probably won't finish it. Okay, I'm going to read this problem, but I already know I'm going to need area models, so I'm going to go ahead and put those on there. It says, solve the following problems, draw a picture, and write the number sentence that proves the answer. Simplify your answer if possible. So, I really need to think about this one right here, don't I? Okay, 2/5. Go ahead and write your problem. You're more successful if you write your problem above, like we're used to. The first one will show 5ths. Second one will show 4ths. Make sure you shade correctly. Alexis, what's my new denominator?
20.
How do you know?
5 times 4.
5 times 4 is 20. Okay. So now I'll cut my 5ths into 4ths. And divide the 4ths into 5ths. Have we already had this answer? No, it was close though. So I've got 8 20ths plus 15 20ths. Is that correct?
Yep.
So 23 20ths equals, what would one whole be?
That's
20
29.
20.
That's 29.
Will 3 fit evenly into 20?
No.
No. Do they share a factor? No. So that's simplified. Okay.